Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about, can you say no to a woman? Because I believe that this is the question at the heart of the destruction of Western civilization. But before I get into it, let me say thank you to everybody who's been stopping by, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, even donating. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification symbol next to it, and accept the email notifications. It'll help me grow my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Now, the question is, can you say no to women? This is the test of the man's character, because it means a little bit more than what it implies. It's not just, can you say no to the woman? It's, can you say no to the things which tempt you? Do you have discipline? And here's the thing. By looking at Western civilization, it's really obvious that we don't have the discipline to say no to women. And it really is holding us hostage. It really is our own compassion holding us hostage. Because what we're talking about here is the virtue and the values of good, decent people. The civilized people of Western civilization. And I'm talking about the men who built the whole system and who built the laws and who maintained it and who made the buildings and did the inventions. I'm not talking about the women or the children or the elderly who live within this system, okay? So these are the people who have to be able to say no to women. Let me tell you a story. It's a story from my youth. One day, a friend of mine wanted to impress some new girls that he had met. And so he stole his mother's car. And we all went out for a ride. And a good time was had by all. But then, when we were leaving where we had gone to, one of the girls requested that she be allowed to drive. Of course, she was told, no. You don't know how to drive. You may not drive. But she explained that it was her birthday, her 16th birthday, and therefore she should be allowed to drive. And after some whining and complaining, my friend relented and let her drive the car. And, it didn't take but maybe 2 or 3 seconds for her to start the car and to put her foot on the gas and just crash into the first thing that was in front of her. And the car was severely damaged, and that was that. And you would think that the lesson has been learned. When a woman says she wants something, unless you know it's really the best idea, you've got to be able to say no to her. But it didn't work out so well. The universe was like giving me a lesson right then, right there, and I wish I had learned it at that time, but I didn't. So hopefully you can learn this lesson from me now. So there you go. That's the story. Now, how does this apply to the situation that we're in today? I'd say that I get a few a day, guys who brag about what studs they are within my comment section. And I'm thinking to myself, as I'm reading these comments, I'm thinking, wow, if you were really as blessed as you claim you are, I don't know what you're doing in my comment section. And I certainly don't know why you're hostile and angry. You should be very, very happy and very, very proud. But they're not. And the reason why they're not happy is because they can't say no to women. That's what they're shaming other men for. In other words, it's a servant, it's a slave to his feelings for women, to his desire for women. And when another man steps forward and says, no, I'm not a servant, I'm not a slave to my desires. Other things in the world are servants and slaves to me based on dominance. And there's no amount of compassion. There's no amount of pity that's supposed to take the strong and put them into the position of the weak. I want to make a video and I just want to call it, Do You Feel in Charge? Right, straight from the Batman movie. Because isn't that really the real measure of your life? Do you feel in charge? And I believe every man asks himself the reverse question, the question that Bane puts forward in that scene, where Daggett, I believe the character's name is, says, I've given you millions And Bain says, and this gives you power over me? Because that's the question. Do the things you serve as a man, and by doing so, the things that you sacrifice for, do they have power over you? Or is this something you've chosen to do? So if you're just in love with the women and you'll do anything for the women, then you have not chosen to do anything. Then these things have power over you. So when I say, can you say no to women, I am saying, can you say no to your own desires? And recognize the situation that Western civilization is in. We can't say no to women's wants and needs, to the suffering of the social justice warriors. We can't say no. You can't say no. As a matter of fact, you can't even have any values according to this liberal postmodern idea of the world. Because whatever preferences you express, you'll simply be accused of being a racist or sexist or a homophobe. So the ideals of Western civilization are being used by the enemies of Western civilization to destroy Western civilization, because the good people within Western civilization cannot say no to their pity, to their compassion, to their virtue signaling. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.